just saw a post that said New York City feels colder than the North Pole right now, just to give you some perspective of how cold it is. John even said
especially with that bald head, you put on a hat, sister. Grow some hair, put on a hat. Gee.
Where it feels like below zero this morning. This morning, city officials are scrambling to protect New Yorkers from the coldest temperatures we've seen in years.
Right now in Bushwick, Brooklyn, Con Ed crews are working to restore power to about 1,900 customers who had to spend the night with no electricity. John Diaz is live there in Bushwick with what Con Ed is saying about those outages. John?
Yeah, and still no power out here and really no relief in sight, unfortunately, for these residents. We are told that they're likely not going to get back power, their electricity, until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And they've been dealing with this since 11 o'clock last night. If you follow me over here, though, you could still see the crews, plenty of them, out here working hard overnight and into this morning during this frigid cold out here today, trying to remedy this situation. But power first went out, as we mentioned, about 11 o'clock last night. And Con Ed and crews have been out here on scene overnight working really diligently. The utility company says that the issue stems from winter weather. Snow combined with road salt seeping below ground and interfering with its electrical systems, with parts of Schaefer Street and Central Avenue blocked off as crews work. Now, the outage comes as the city remains locked in an extreme cold warning until early this afternoon, about 1 o'clock this afternoon, with temperatures and wind chills at dangerous levels. City officials say being outside for too long could be life-threatening. Mayor Mamdani has responded by keeping emergency shelter options expanded through the weekend.
This is some of the coldest weather that our city has seen, and we are encouraging each and every New Yorker to stay inside, to stay warm, and to stay safe. We are encouraging each and every New Yorker.
He's always got that half-cocked smile on his face, man. It's fucking damn. It's fucking 1 degree here in Pennsylvania, man.
To stay inside, to stay warm, and to stay safe.
Now, these conditions are already having deadly consequences. The Coalition for the Homeless says that 17 people have lost their lives to the cold citywide in just 2 weeks. A live look back out here. Again, these crews really working hard. We've been seeing them out here going in and out of their cars, just trying to fix this problem. They do have this area all blocked off as they continue to work, but these poor residents still dealing with no power. They are being urged to go to warming centers if they need a place to stay warm. There's about 65 of them set up across the city this week, and that does include MTA buses parked in different parts of all 5 boroughs. So if you see one of those situated, they have some signs up.
Well, actually, it's 6 degrees here. It's 6 degrees. It's cold on the East Coast, man. Bitter. And it snowed just the other day, man. The snow kicking our ass here on the East Coast, man. People ain't even shoveling their walkways no more. People just tired. It's cold here on the East Coast. That goddamn Puxatawny Phil bitch ass. That little bitch ass motherfucker. That motherfucker saw his shadow. That bitch, man. That little motherfucker, man. I swear to God, man. That little motherfucker is fucking us up. He got the East Coast fucked up. Shout out to Anthony Madison, man. Down under. 90 degrees and beautiful here in Carnes. Damn. Yeah, man, y'all a different part of down under. It's 6 degrees right now, and that's the highest it's been all day. It's cold. I don't even go outside, man. I went outside the other day. I think I'm going to DC tomorrow, so it should be 40 in DC. Should be 40 in DC. They said, but it's cold here in the Northeast. Whew. It is cold. It's a bitter cold too. Like, you just want to see kids don't even ask to go outside and play. We got 1.5 feet of snow on the ground, right? Think about that. 1.5 feet of snow still from last week or from 2 weeks ago. That shit still hasn't melted. Not one drop. Not one drop is melted, right? Since the snowstorm from 2 weeks ago, right? All that snow on the ground. Kids don't even ask to go outside. When I do drive, I never see kids outside playing in the snow. Kids don't even want to go outside. It's so cold.
Saying warming centers really do go in there and keep warm. For now, though, we are live this morning out here from Bushwick, Brooklyn. John Diaz, CBS News, New York.
Thank you for that important information. And now you and your photographers, please go get warm. And high winds made a mess at a gas station in New Jersey. You can see it in this video. The Passaic County Sheriff's Office says wind knocked down the canopy over a fuel island in Pompton Lakes. It happened this morning at a Delta station on Wanakee Avenue. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but a hazmat team responded after a damaged gas pump started leaking. About 1 gallon of fuel spilled.
The bitterly cold temperatures gave firefighters some issues while battling a 3-alarm fire in New Jersey. The Patterson Fire Department tells us hydrants on Union Avenue were frozen, making it difficult to stop the flames from spreading to 2 neighboring buildings. One of the hydrants even broke as crews tried to thaw it out using a blowtorch.
Damn. Hydrant froze. That's cold, man. That's fucking cold, Jack.
Brutal cold weather here, the high winds, and then the icing conditions. So, we were very adverse in the beginning, and we were able to overcome everything and get this under control.
Well, thankfully, no one was hurt. The Red Cross is assisting 15 people displaced by the fire. Our First Alert weather team will be tracking the extreme conditions all weekend. You can get the latest updates on the forecast through our website, cbsnewyork.com, or by downloading the free CBS News app. I just saw a post that said New York.
That's crazy. That is crazy, man. We are in the building, man. Who watched the Super Bowl, man? I didn't watch 1 second of the Super Bowl, man. Not 1 second. And I wasn't boycotting it. Like, I wasn't boycotting. I was like, I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I just didn't watch any of it. I didn't feel like it was Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know either of these teams. I haven't watched the NFL this year like that. I don't know any of these teams. I don't. Bunny, Bad Bunny, man. How was Bad Bunny, man? Was he everything that you wanted him to be, man? Bad Bunny.
Hey. me pregunto si tengo mucha novia, tengo una mañana otra, pero no hay boda, y me pregunto si tengo mucha novia, mucha novia, tengo una mañana.
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Is this serious? Is this shit serious? Shout out to my man, Damon Dennis. He says, it was 9 degrees today in NYC. I walked from Crown Heights to Park Slope, Brooklyn, and knew I was going to be safe because there was 0 suns. That is one thing about that cold weather. Now, back in the day, sons used to brave that cold weather to sell some crack. But now, man, crack ain't moving like that, man. Sons like, fuck it, we going in the house, man. Always safe, yeah. Anywhere where it's cold is safe. That's for sure, man. That's for sure. Hey, this motherfucker, this crazy motherfucker, man. He looked like Adam Sandler playing it. It's literally like an Adam Sandler movie, man. Like this is what this is, man. Adam Sandler just playing a character. He's a Puerto Rican rapper and shit. That's what this feels like. It feels like a spoof. What the fitta is going on? This shit is so cringe. I'm almost scared to play any more of it, man. I'm like almost scared to play anymore. I don't want to cringe anymore. Let's go. Let's start it from the top. When he comes out, where you at? There you go.
Hey, Titi me pregunto si tengo mucha novia, mucha novia, tengo una mañana otra, pero no hay boda. Titi me pregunto si tengo mucha novia, mucha novia, tengo una mañana otra, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' mi VIP, un VIP, saludan a Titi, una tira con suerte, sexy, que sonríe que tenía la expectativa, un VIP, saludan a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie, soy chill, se sonrían las cosas que yo a mí me gustan mucho los caballeros, la Patricia, la Nicole, la Sofía, mi primera novia, Kika, María y mi primer amor, se llama Batalía, tengo una colombiana que me escribe todos los días, y una mexicana que ni yo sabía, otra canción que me quiere todavía, y las dos de reggaetonitas son mías, una dominicana que juega bombón, juega bombón, saludos al exterior, no se viene conmigo.
So they went overly wholesome. They went like, look, man, we're going to be extra wholesome. We ain't going to go satanic. We're not going to do a satanic ritual we usually do at our show. Not going to dress up in no dresses. I'm not going to dress up like Satan. Not be in no fucking G-string. I'm just going to do the wholesome thing. That's good, man. Okay, that's good. That's a good idea. I'm not going to knock them for that. But now it's like, everybody's like, so what's the big idea? Everyone's like, he was so wholesome. It was, I mean, this is one of the more wholesome Super Bowl shows we've seen in 20 years. Yeah. I'm not feeling this shit. This shit is, I mean, it's good. A set, I guess the set director should be good. I don't feel the energy of that music. That music doesn't move me, man. This music isn't moving me, man.
Las mujeres en el mundo entero peleando sin miedo. Yo peleo. Ay, 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 mueve, mueve, mueve. Ok, ay, ay, mi vida te jugó y yo quiero que tú me respondas. Ahora no vamos a buscar, se me cuna, que la pone cachondo. Ay, brincarle con mi tuya monto. Ay.
Fucking A. What the fuck is the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Y las de PR que toditas son mías, una dominicana que juega bombón, ay, uva bombón, la de Barcelona que viene en avión.
Ahora yo te quiero, antes tú no querías, ahora yo no quiero, antes tú me pichabas.
Las mujeres en el mundo entero,
Antes tú no querías,
peleando sin miedo.
tranqui,
Yo peleo, ay, 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 mueve, mueve, mueve. Bienvenido a la fiesta más grande del mundo entero. Ay, ay, yo la conocí en mi África. Ella sabe que aquí hay tica.
Los declaro marido y mujer. Puedes besar a la novia.
Lost in the word that we speak. I don't even want to do this anymore. Ay, un shot de cañita en casa de cañita. Y para se sienta cerquita. Tengo el campeonato, nadie me lo quita.
No me guandes, déjame, ¿ok?
Puerto Rico. Pero siempre aquí.
Quieren quitarme el río y también la playa. Quieren el barrio mío y que abuelita se vaya. No, no, suelte la bandera ni olvide el Lenolay, que no quiero que hagan contigo lo que...
Now, that sounds good right there. You know, Ricky Martin sounds good because he can actually sing. But this just goes to show you how trash Bad Bunny is, that like Ricky Martin's upstaging him, man.
Me pasó a Hawái, no, no.
Sea Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, las Antillas, United States, Canadá, a my motherland, mi patria, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí.
Those are the highlights. Jesus Christ. Those are the highlights. Fucking A, man. This shit was trash. Juice. Hot trash juice. That shit was hot trash juice. Fuck was that? Yo. The fuck was that? That was pure trash juice. 100% trash omelet. Jesus Christ. Fuck it, hey, that guy's got no talent, man. I'm talking about none. Yo, fuck. That shit was trash. Salute to my man Damon Dennis, man. He said, I'm a New York Rican. I was pissed. It didn't improve the bullshit that the NFL did tonight. You know, New York Ricans don't speak Spanish. LOL, this is America, not Puerto Rico. Speaking English. I didn't know New York Ricans didn't speak Spanish. I didn't know that. I was watching a documentary earlier about how y'all destroyed y'all New York Ricans destroyed fucking New York, man. Y'all New York Ricans destroyed New York, man. I might can't find it because my kids be watching so much shit, boy. Woo. Kids be watching a lot of shit, a lot of fucking cartoon. They watch my daughter watched like 2 minutes of a cartoon and switch it. Like, God damn. Fuck. Yeah. That Bad Bunny shit though. Yikes, man. Yikes, Bad Bunny, man. What the fuck? I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I just watched. Like, those were the highlights. I didn't see, I mean, it was nothing. Literally nothing. I didn't get any energy out of anything. Nothing gave me verve and vitality. I did just nothing. Here we go. Watching this
As we found out.
This is the New York most tourists see. The skyline of Manhattan with its Empire State Building and its canyons of skyscrapers. The real estate here is some of the most expensive in the world. Just a few minutes away, unseen by most visitors, lies a section of New York that has become an international symbol of urban decay. The South Bronx, 500 acres littered with devastated buildings and rubble. 50,000 apartments abandoned. It recalls Dresden after the bombing, London. When these massive housing projects went up, the Jews, the Irish, and the Italians began to move out. The South Bronx became a ghetto of the very poor, who were mainly black and Puerto Rican.
You heard that? Did you hear that? Listen to that again right quickly.
Housing for New York's poor. When these were without slums and thought itself invulnerable. The decline was swift, but it began innocently with a plan to provide housing for New York's poor. When these massive housing projects went up, the Jews, the Irish, and the Italians began to move out. The South Bronx became a ghetto of the very poor, who were mainly black and Puerto Rican. They were dropped down like pawns on a giant chessboard, and when their neighborhood began to decay rapidly, they felt powerless to stop it. They fucked up New York, man. Trying to find you fucking people housing, fucked up New York. Ain't that a bitch? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Jeez.
this Bad Bunny shit though. I mean, like, listen, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm rooting against him, man. I'm rooting against Bad Bunny, man. Fuck Bad Bunny, man. He got a lot of conquistador blood, man. Bad Bunny is more conquistador than he is sacrificer. Than he is sacrificer. Bad Bunny is more conquistador than sacrificer. If you know, you know. Press 1.
Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Plaza América, sea Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, las Antillas, United States, Canadá, a my motherland, mi patria, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí. ¡Ahora sí! De cuando te tuve, de vida entre más besos y abrazos. Ojalá. Muchas gracias.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm not seeing it, man. This shit is garbage. This shit was garbage, man. He really brought that good neighbor energy. That's not the same kid. I don't know. I don't think that's the same kid. They said many of you may have missed this, but the little boy who Bad Bunny handed his Grammy to at the Super Bowl was Liam Ramos. Amazing. That's the little dude who his father took off on him. His father seen Ice and just took off on him and left him. I don't know. True. This could be a false story right here. But I didn't report that yet. This is so cringy, man. I don't know, man. I would rather kick the shit out of I'd rather kick the shit out of Bad Bunny than have to listen to that shit, man. This is just horrible. This was just horrible. Those are the highlights. Those are the fucking highlights. Lady Gaga. What a trash. I mean, this shit is trash, man. This shit is trash. I just wanted to get into some other shit, man. And let's see what else we got over here, man. That shit is just garbage, man. That was just a garbage performance, garbage everything across the board. Let's go ahead and get into some different shit, man. That shit garbage across the board. Jeez. Talking about some straight garbage. Okay? Straight garbage. I'm speechless, man. That shit was. I thought it was gonna be bad, but that shit actually was worse than I thought it was gonna be. It was actually worse than I thought it was gonna be. Worse. With them, I mean, it's Jesus. Let me go ahead and get the ball. We're just gonna cover the news, man.
These neighbors walking with white balloons in hand.
Well, today we just going down to give our respects and stuff, you know, to the family.
We'll put it by the tree right there.
Say they were shocked and hurt to hear a boy that lived in the Cedar Villas rental community was found dead behind this memorial inside this townhouse with the yellow tag on the door.
I was just like, oh my God, like crying, like this is terrible. Like I have 6 children, I have 14 grandkids. I couldn't even imagine something like that to a child.
Anisha Doherty says her daughter-in-law moved in a few doors down a couple months ago. She says the mom, 33-year-old Dominique Servant, and her boyfriend, 38-year-old Joey Ruffin, charged with first-degree murder and child endangerment, kept to themselves. Doherty says she does not remember seeing the 8-year-old or his 10-year-old sister outside often, but they were surprised to see police at the complex Friday night. We also spoke with a neighbor who says that she would see the 8-year-old boy take out the trash and struggle with the bag from time to time. She also says the boy, along with his sister, would take the bus to school, but she mentioned she had not seen the two of them at the bus stop in the last year.
I think about that sibling, the 10-year-old, you know, who now has to live their life, you know, without their sibling, probably in foster care.
Shar Rivette, Chicago Children's Advocacy Center CEO, says she worries for the 10-year-old sibling who will need therapy and counseling to cope with what she's dealt with. The Lake County Children's Advocacy Center says the sibling also had signs of abuse and malnourishment. This leaves people across the community asking the same question. Could this have been prevented?
One thing about people, you want to mind your business. You see people with their kids, most people mind their business. Most people just stay out of other people's business. So yeah, it's very hard. Unless the person does like this and gets greedy and makes mistakes. Salute to everybody out there, man. I am, let's see, let me see the effect you white people have it on black communities, man.
Milwaukee's options for fresh food are shrinking.
As grocery stores close, city leaders push for change. Jason Calvi is live at one of the closed sites on Milwaukee's north side with more. Jason?
Hey, Ted, I want to give you the backdrop. Yeah, you mentioned this store. This is a Century on the northwest side. It is now closed. People still been showing up today. Surprised to see the sign. They are now closed. So let's say you live in one of these houses in the neighborhood across the street. You still have options for groceries, but you'd have to drive 1.3 miles. That's about 5 minutes in the car if you have a car. But if you have to walk, that's about 30 minutes.
This Century on Silver Spring and 64th is now closed. In January, the Aldi near Sherman and Custer boarded up. And last year, the Pick and Save near 35th and North also shut down. Last month, the owner of Sherman Park Grocery Store worried he was next.
We're saying to folks and our community, hey, people and purchases will keep our doors open.
He blamed problems like theft, rising food costs, the government shutdown's impact on food share, and damage from the August flood. Today, the store is still open, but not without worry.
Our journey since last month has been amazing, with folks helping us share our situation. And we've had some folks step up, like our customer base has increased. But we haven't turned the corner as of yet.
Now, some members of Milwaukee's Common Council propose a new ordinance. It would call on the Department of City Development to work with the Health Department and other agencies. It'd have to create a plan for recruiting and keeping grocery stores and pharmacies. Yes, there's a plan to make a plan.
Creating that subgroup or committee sounds amazing to me. I'm all for it.
State Representative Russell Goodwin, who represents parts of Northwest Milwaukee, tells me he's worried this problem is spreading.
It's not something that the government can fix alone, and it's not something that nonprofits can fix alone, but it's something that we have to work on fixing together. If leadership doesn't get bold enough, Milwaukee's going to be left behind.
Well,
a report from the city of Milwaukee back in 2020.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ, man. Nigga can't open a motherfucking grocery store without a handout from the government. Jesus Christ. We need the government for every fucking thing.
First at 5:30, long lines and growing frustration as a longtime Detroit barbecue spot prepares to close its doors. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Simon Shakett.
And I'm Glenda Lewis. It is the end of an era, but some customers are feeling frustration instead of reflecting on fond memories.
7 News Detroit reporter Demetrius Sanders talking with happy and not so happy customers as well as workers at this barbecue joint.
As Park's Old Style Barbecue prepares to close, they've seen lots of support from their loyal customers, but some say their experience over recent days hasn't come without some problems.
I grew up on Park's Barbecue.
On Beaubien Street near the intersection of Custer, there's a small carry-out restaurant that's become iconic for some.
Our barbecue and everything, this was the place to come. Like I said, I've been coming here for over 50 years now.
First opening in 1964, Park's Barbecue serves no-frills classics using this pit to cook up everything from rib tips to full slabs, but ask around and there's no question what the star is.
The sauce is what kills me, I swear. Hey, just give me the sauce and bread, I'm good.
The special vinegar taste. You can't beat it.
I'm told Sunday will be the last day to visit Park's Barbecue. Staff says the business is closing after more than 6 decades due to factors like declining traffic and its owner, Rod Park Sr., becoming ill.
This is his baby. So being that he's sick, that made us fall behind on a lot of bills.
Since announcing the closure,
wow.
The customers have shown up in a big...
Wow.
Now to a countertop crime caught on camera.
A woman is accused of making off with a restaurant's tip jar. 7 News Detroit obtained the security camera footage showing the moment the customer takes the jar full of money.
It happened earlier this week inside Mr. Miguel's Mexican Grill and Cantina on Ryan Road in Warren.
7 News Detroit reporter Evan Sari was there today listening to the restaurant's manager and customers sharing some strong reactions to the brazen crime.
The surveillance video appears to show the suspect attempting to discreetly steal the jar full of tips, perhaps not knowing that a camera was capturing everything.
When our hostess went to the kitchen to receive her food order, she came and handed it off.
It was your typical customer transaction Monday inside Warren's Mr. Miguel's Mexican Grill and Cantina until restaurant supervisor Mariah Donaldson says it quickly wasn't.
And that's when she picked up the tip jar as well as with her bags of food.
You see it here. As soon as the employee turns around, the customer quickly pulls in the tip jar, appearing to hide and cover it with her jacket and food order.
It was terrible. Why would somebody do that? Somebody that worked hard for that money.
That's not right at all.
And for you to steal from somebody is horrible in my eyes. Like, we all go through rough times, but there's certain ways, you know, that you can go and you can make money. And ask for help.
The owner of Mr. Miguel says he hopes the woman just brings back the jar with the tips and apologizes.
Well, I think the person should really think about how it hurts everybody at the establishment, and she should bring it back.
Warren police tell me they're investigating. Donaldson says there was about $30 in that tip jar, money which goes directly to the hostesses, typically teenagers.
I'm a mother myself. You're lucky that mom hasn't found you yet, because for you to take money from her hardworking kid is completely unacceptable and wrong. You're a grown adult.
In Warren, Evan Seary, 7 News, Detroit.
I think she's going to be caught soon. All right, thanks so much, Evan.
Well, this is sort of a wild one. A woman now talking about a pretty interesting situation. She says an Uber driver stole her items when she called for a ride. Fox 2 problem solver Ingrid Kelly is on the case. She joins us live from the scene of the crime in Detroit. Ingrid, very frustrating here.
Oh, exactly. You know what? The woman says that the Uber pulled up here on Gratiot, and basically she was told not to put her items on the seat, but instead use the trunk. Now, within seconds, she says she was stranded and her items were gone.
I ordered an Uber to go home after a double shift at work.
It was after midnight, and Shantia White says the Uber driver told her she had to place her belongings inside the trunk of the vehicle or call another ride.
I was ready to go home, so I just listened to her instructions.
But take a look at this security cam video. After Shantia puts her items inside the trunk, the Uber driver is seen taking off, the passenger door still open, leaving Shantia without a ride and her precious items.
I couldn't believe she pulled off. I had my Pandora set in there and a pendant that somebody gifted me with when I was 17 with my dad on it, and I also had my laptop in it.
Shantia's mother is comedian Shawnee D, who has appeared on Fox 2. The family contacted the Fox 2 problem solvers because they say Uber has Shantia file a lost items report, despite the items allegedly being stolen.
They not helping me get nothing back, and Uber not helping out at the support.
Shawnee D says this is a setback for her daughter that never should have happened.
This was devastating. It was a setback for her. Like I said, she dealt with the depression.
Detroit police say they are investigating this incident. Fox 2 also reached out to Uber, which offered a statement, which reads in part, "We're deeply disappointed by this report. We want each experience using the Uber platform to be positive and are continuing to look into this so we can provide assistance any way we can."
It couldn't be her first time doing it. It couldn't.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Back out here live, a GoFundMe account has been started to help Shantia get her own ride. If you would like to make a donation, go to fox2detroit.com. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, I said it at the top. Clearly very frustrating to have to deal with an ordeal like this, and Uber thankfully has responded, but they might consider some additional policy changes. It's not like this is the first time we've heard about something like this happening, Ingrid.
Right. Exactly. You know, you're totally right on that. And, you know, really what's also great is the fact that there's that security video that can actually, you know, confirm what Shantia had to say, because there was some back and forth with the driver, and the driver actually denied having any of those items. So thank God for that, you know, video to basically confirm what she's saying. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that it's almost seemed like a setup to let this happen. But unfortunately, you know, people have to use these rideshare services, but just be very careful when you do. Back to you.
Wow. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else.
Now to a count.
Milwaukee's options for fresh food are shrinking.
As grocery stores close, city leaders push for change.
Let's see what else is going on. I'll tell you, man. Those are some strange people.
And images of children trapped in a dog cage captured our attention. This was actually 3 years ago. But now there's an update as a Las Vegas father is sent to prison for decades. 8 News Now reporter James Schaefer with how long that man will serve now behind bars.
Sweetie, nothing's gonna happen, okay? We just want to make sure you're okay.
A disturbing scene we first showed you in 2023. The sound of a dog barking and children crying. Las Vegas police discovering 6 children home alone. 2 of them rescued from a dog cage on the apartment floor. The chaotic scene, the 1-bedroom extended stay unit near the Las Vegas Strip, was occupied by Doss and his then wife, Amanda Stamper, who was pregnant at the time of her arrest.
I say I'm innocent, and I wouldn't like to continue this interview without my lawyer.
At that time, Travis Doss had agreed to an interview with 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy.
Why did you think it was okay to put 2 children in cages?
I don't think you heard me. I said I'm innocent, and I would like my lawyer to be present.
The reason why judgment shall be passed.
Doss appearing in court last year, where he pled guilty to 6 counts of child abuse after a delay, expressing that he felt the deal was unfair.
I feel like I just want to have a fair hearing.
Court documents show Doss asking to serve prison time in either Georgia or Mississippi. His sentence from 18 to 72 years. Counting his time in jail, Doss could be eligible for parole by 2041.
It was God with me on that one. Something told me to talk to these kids because I'm a father myself.
In the end, the maintenance worker who found those children, Keith Archibald, telling us he left his job following the incident after an unforgettable moment when he entered that unit.
I was raised to be a man and raised to do the right thing.
And we can now report the children involved are all being cared for. Last year, Doss's then wife was sentenced to 7 to 18 years in prison for failing to intervene to protect those children. But then prosecutors did identify her as a victim in a separate sex trafficking case.
Wow. Oh, holy smoke.
Federal prosecutors and local law enforcement say they've smashed a brutal human trafficking ring that operated in Southeast Alabama and the Florida Panhandle for years. They gathered in Tallahassee this afternoon to announce a life sentence for the ringleader, Chad Seymour. News 13's Grace Velez joins us from the United States Courthouse in Tallahassee with the details of an investigation.
A life sentence is bringing justice to the estimated 100 victims of 50-year-old Chad Seymour, also known as the Circle City Pimp. Investigators say they tracked his human trafficking crimes back to Panama City beginning in 2017. From there, Seymour would go on to spread his terror across Alabama and North Florida until last June, when a Panama City Beach hotel clerk gave investigators the break that brought him down.
A citizen, a hotel employee, broke the case for us. This young lady saw something that didn't feel right. She followed her gut. She called us, and our officers did what they're trained to do.
Panama City Beach Police Department officers responded. When they got there, Chad Seymour was still in the hotel parking lot. The hotel clerk also led the officers to the hotel room where the victim had been terrorized.
Seymour pled guilty to 8 federal charges, including 4 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, conspiracy to commit money laundering, and more, before a judge handed him his life sentence. Authorities found co-conspirator Kimberly Gandy leaving the same hotel with another victim. She was sentenced to 25 years on similar charges. They conspired with others to bond women out of county jails, then force them into performing commercial sex acts. They also recruited and extorted drug addicts, physically and mentally abusing the women. U.S. Attorney
Pimping. That's all this is was called pimping. 10 years ago, this was called pimping. Pimping. Pimping and hoeing. Now they giving motherfuckers 25 years in life sentences for this shit. God. Dog. Wow. Salute to everybody. Everybody hit that like button, man. Everybody smash that like button, man. Smash that like button, man. Bad Bunny, man. Fucking A, man. Smash that like button for a player, man. Jesus Christ. They giving out fucking life sentences and shit for pimping. Unbelievable, man. Shout out to Barry B, man. Man, Barry B is in the building, man. Salute to you, Barry B, man. Barry B is in the building. Let me drop the link, man. Let y'all come up, man. If y'all want to come up, man. They giving life sentences for pimping. All that shit is pimping. Fucking A, man. That shit ain't worth it, man. I know a lot of niggas dabbled in pimping. Not a lot, but I know a few niggas that dabbled in some pimping and did that shit. I know if they do, they get a life sentence. Them motherfuckers stay the fuck away from that shit. Good God Almighty.
Abusing the women. U.S. attorneys and law enforcement officials acknowledge their commitment to arrest and prosecute human traffickers, but they also say it's not possible without the courageous victims' testimonies.
She described the terror, confusion, and shame caused by Seymour and Gandy, who assaulted her and forced her to work in commercial sex in Panama City Beach and in Destin. Our investigation revealed over 100 victims. Some we could not identify, others who were afraid to come forward, but all were ultimately vindicated by their fellow victims.
Here, this is a combined, unified law enforcement approach to battling the most horrendous crime imaginable. Nobody grows up with the dream of becoming a sex worker.
Chief Talamentes says they're not victims, they're survivors. He also hopes this conviction will provide a brighter future for them.
I hope the last thought in his mind before he dies is, I probably should have committed a crime in Panama City Beach.
Seymour's life sentence is proving to be a comfort already.
Every time I spoke to a victim of Chad's and told them the news, they said it'll never happen to another woman.
They want this outcome to serve as a reminder that these crimes exist within our communities. And if you see something, say something. Reporting in Tallahassee, I'm Grace Velez, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
For non-emergency tips, call the Florida Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-855-FLA-SAFE. For emergencies, call 911.
Jesus Christ. They're not playing it. Human trafficking, man. Listen, stay away from that shit, man. Stay away from human trafficking, man. All right, here we go. Let's see. There we go. Black people angry about something. We got black people angry about something.
Caught on camera, a preschool teacher in Inglewood taking off her shoe and throwing it at a child.
CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers is at the desk. And Mike, a protest and press conference is happening outside of this facility.
Yeah, happening right now. We're just listening to some of the comments that are being made. But I first want to show you that video. It all caught on a security camera inside of that facility. Now, this happened about a month or so ago. You'll see the teacher here. She is on the left. She'll end up standing up, picking up her shoe. She notices the child doing something, takes her shoe off, throws it at the child, and it hits the child. Now, the child's mother says the child also has autism. The teacher immediately goes over to the child, appears in the video to be comforting. Now, we have blurred the teachers' faces because they have not been criminally charged with anything, but I can tell you at least one of the teachers begins to smile and almost laugh when this is happening. Now, the principal, or the director rather, of this preschool says none of the three teachers reported the incident to her. The director says they have all since been fired. I want to take you live now to that protest and the press conference that is ongoing just outside of that facility. This is the attorney for the family. There are community activists down there as well, a congresswoman also speaking out. But just moments ago, the child's mother also spoke out. Now, while the director in a video said everyone involved had been fired, the mother said it didn't happen instantly, and her child still had to go to school with two of those.
It don't look like she threw that shoe that hard.
Teachers' faces because
she didn't throw that shoe that hard, man. Look at this.
Takes her shoe off, throws it at the child, and it hits the child. Now, the child's mother.
Teach your kids to pay attention, man. Maybe if your kid would have been paying attention, man, and listening, man, you wouldn't have got hit with a shoe, man.
My baby went to school with people who abused her and laughed for a week and a half before you fired them.
I believe that the people should get fired, but to call that abuse is a little bit. Come on, Wicked man. That wasn't even a fastball. That was a change up. She hit that baby with, right?
Well, I mean, look, man, we know if we know one thing about some people, somebody got to get fired.
That's true. Yeah, I don't mind her getting fired, but this abuse. Unless there's something else we didn't see, she didn't like beam it at the kid. You know this black girl kid was acting up. You know her kid was acting up, man. And this little girl, she probably reached her limit. She threw the shoe at the kid, and fire her and let's move on. This ain't it's kids really being abused out here.
I think right. I think this is just you know a manifestation of white supremacy.
Yeah,
Think about it.
no, I agree. I see it. It's right there. White supremacy, man.
My baby went to school with people who abused her and laughed for a week and a half before you fired them. Then I come up here with the Lenox Police Department and they say them two people who were laughing at abuse can't be charged. I can't press charges. I'm devastated.
One of the first things we did when we heard about this is we reached out to the Department of Social Services for the state who monitors preschool. We asked about the record, the history of this facility. We wanted to pull some of the reports and show these to you. They've been cited a total of 7 times since 2021. But I want to draw your attention to something specific here about one of the times they were cited. They were cited, according to the state, for leaving a child unattended on a school bus. But they also say, the state does, that the required protocol here would have been for that director to report the incident to the State Department of Social Services, something they say they didn't do. They say they have 24 hours to do it. The incident was required to be called in within 24 hours of happening. The licensee failed to call in the incident. Here's why that is relevant to this situation. The family in this, the attorneys, the protesters, they accuse the facility of not doing that same exact thing, not reporting it to the state, not telling the parents in a timely manner, and it is something they are very upset about. You heard that very emotional sound from that child's mother. Our Lauren Posen is there at the preschool as well. You'll hear a more complete story from the mom, the attorneys, everybody involved in this, coming up in our later newscast, guys.
All right, we will see you then. Thank you so much, Mike.
Yo, do you remember the one daycare we saw here where they had security?
Yeah.
I think it was armed security.
Yeah, yeah. Sons can do some crazy shit at the daycare. Yeah, you gotta have. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta be prepared.
Do you remember the other story where the son word? You know what I'm talking about?
He threatened to shoot up the.
I thought he did. I thought he did shoot it up.
This was in.
Remember, they for reasons that they explained logically, they couldn't enroll his kid. He called his homies up, and they came back and shot it up.
Yeah, they did actually shoot it up. That is true. Yeah, I think that was Las Vegas.
Hey, look, man. Let's be honest. We could put on a blindfold and throw a dart. That could have been anywhere in these here United States of America.
Yeah, this was. I think that was. Yeah, that was not too long ago.
That was like a year or two ago, man. That has to be easily for me anyway. One of the top stories I've seen on here. I mean, okay, to shoot up the daycare is crazy, right? But to call up your guys and they like
for them to come be like, yo, what's good?
And then for them to, I mean, you calling them already is a lot, but for them to come,
wow.
Like even if I was a shorty, right, in my heyday, right, and you would have called me for that, I would have been like, bro, what?
Yeah, that's straight up savage. You know, it's just like be doing something else, right? Whatever you were doing, and to get a call and shit, like come shoot up the
right.
It'd be like, all right.
Right. I mean, some of them dudes, they had kids. And it's like, I mean, at what point in their like time in the joint do you think it hits them like, man, what am I doing with myself? I should get it together. Maybe I should get my life together.
Let me show you something, man. This is crazy right here. This is I couldn't find that video, but I found this one in Las Vegas, man.
A local 3-year-old boy and his father are dead tonight following a shooting involving police. Police say the father was holding the child hostage, which led to that shooting at an apartment complex on Maryland near Wigwam. The incident escalated to the father shooting the child as officers fired at the dad, they say simultaneously. However, the mother of the 3-year-old boy says the police account of what happened is not true. And tonight, there are new questions around domestic violence and police response. Our Operation Crime and Justice investigative reporter Kristen Drummond joins us live on Maryland Parkway by Wigwam with those concerns tonight. Kristen?
Dana, the 3-year-old, unfortunately, is a bystander in this situation. And how he died will likely become a lot more clear at the end of this week when Metro Police released the body camera video from the shooting that happened here around 1:30 today in the morning. Now, we do know that the mother, who I spoke with earlier, she's reflecting on not only her son's life, but also making a very serious allegation about Metro Police about how her son died. Meanwhile, we are going in depth into domestic violence.
He was literally the light in my world.
A light dimmed too soon, causing heartbreak for Renika Pate.
I witnessed my son pass away. So, in front of my eyes.
Yo, that's a bonnet. Yo, that bonnet is that yo.
Yeah. That's a bonnet right there. She's doing it right.
Yo, is that a mourning bonnet? Like she's mourning, so she gotta have an extra bonnet. Like, yeah, that bonnet is
Right.
fucking huge.
That's a bonnet for the bonnet, bro.
Yo, what the fuck, yo?
Yo,
like who wore that bonnet? Like the fucking goddamn like I don't know, like is it like the Jolly Green Giant's wife wore that?
Right. Yo, have you ever heard like the jokes about the burritos with like the higher the sock, the sicker the food? Is it? But is it like the bigger the bonnet, the crazier the system?
Yeah, I this sister, man, she got 2 nose rings. She got a bonnet, man.
Yeah. Look. If I was working at Wendy's, right, and she walked in, I'm gonna make sure she get all her barbecue packets, man.
Oh yeah, extra packets. And she probably come back and I ain't asked for all this shit.
Right. Yo, you ever seen Seinfeld with like the soup Nazi?
Yeah.
That's how I would serve this sister.
Yeah.
I would stand up straight.
Yo, that sister got a motherfucking bonnet for the ages on that motherfucker. God damn.
Yeah. You know her iPhone is packed with numbers of some man she could call up right now. Jam packed with them somewhere.
It looked like she had the baby with a white dude, man. That baby don't look black, man.
Yeah. Look, man, if the sisters got their superpower, I know their sister got that superpower on 10.
Maybe that baby could. I don't know. Maybe the father could be biracial. I don't know. But everybody, man, smash the like button. Take the $5 challenge, $10 challenge, $20 challenge, $100 challenge. Support the show. Sponsor tonight's programming.
What if the dad is a red bone?
Yeah, but then the hair is what I'm looking at. So
I mean, he could be a son man with good hair. We talked about that, right? Son man with the good hair.
Yeah, but her jeans, you see, she got the bonnet on, so you know her shit nappy.
Is that a given though? Like
There
a
you go.
bonnet?
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
He look biracial, man. He look
like it could be an umbrito.
Yeah. Nah, he look like a biracial. He look like biracial.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, he kind of give me like he be eating plantain vibes, you know? Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I mean, my son is light skinned. My son is very light skinned. I'm not saying that it can't happen like that, but what I'm saying is that like I just feel like she would probably be with a biracial dude before she would be with an homebreed.
Oh, you know what? She do look. Yeah, I'm looking at him closer. Yeah, he look like a brother.
By Page 2 News 3 as Quentin Baker shot and killed him as officers
Yeah, Clinton Baker. His name is Clinton Baker. That's the dad, Quentin Baker. So yeah,
Front of my eyes. Pate identifying her son as 3-year-old Kentre Baker. Police say Baker's father, identified by Page 2 News 3 as Quentin Baker, shot and killed him as officers opened fire simultaneously during a
nigga shot and killed that little boy. Listen, man.
That was the white side of him, or what?
Yeah, that was the white side of him, man. The colonizer, man.
You know them Glary King got it for deleting their whole family.
Yeah, damn.
Baker shot and killed him as officers opened fire simultaneously during a confrontation at the Parkside Villas around 1:20 in the morning. The response following a call about domestic violence.
I called the police officers to my residence because of a domestic dispute. It escalated and turned into what seemed like a hostage situation.
The suspect exited.
Yeah, sometimes, baby, it's best not to call the police, man. Like, because the anger dudes get, man, when you like tell them they gotta leave and shit. You gotta get the fuck out of here, like, especially if it's like late at night and shit, or the dude don't have nowhere to go or shit like that. And a lot of times this should be over bullshit. Like, it's not like over a big deal. Like, I bet she was like just fussing with him over some dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he said something that, you know what I mean? Or like, it wasn't life or death what they were arguing over, or what she was bitching about.
Well, I'll say this from how it turned out. Maybe it was best she called the police. You know what I mean? Because he seemed like, you know, he was already unhinged, kind of deal. Jokes aside.
Yeah, no doubt, I got you. But I just know that sometimes women escalate it by calling the police, and then the police being called, it triggers. See, as a man, right? Having being told that some other men are going to be called to the house to take care of you, it triggers something in the man's psyche. And I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm not saying that it's conscious. But I'm saying it triggers something in the male psyche, like, yo, the bitch, you arguing with the bitch, fuck you, no, fuck you. You know what? I'm gonna call some men, they're gonna come and drag your fucking ass out of here.
Out of your own place. Out of your own
and
domain.
it's like, and you know that they would do that shit.
And you know they could do that.
Yeah, and this bitch she calls them and shit, and she talking shit, and the shit was over some bullshit. And you looking at this bitch like it was over, like, you know what I mean? Like, you
over stupid shit for sure.
You ate her fucking. She got some. She went to like Chili's the other day and brought home a doggy bag and shit.
Her macaroni.
Yeah, you ate that shit. You in the middle of the night you ate that shit, and now she fucking calling the police and shit. And it's like, yo, and everything moving so fast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and a motherfucker could just snap out, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just it be like that, man. It be like that. It'd be so fast.
The suspect exited the residence while pointing a firearm at the juvenile, holding that juvenile hostage. Officers issued verbal commands to the suspect to peacefully surrender, and the suspect refused to comply.
Kentre caught in between and losing his life.
While technically this poor child is a bystander, the fact of the matter is that is power and control at its most lethal.
Liz Ortenberger with Safe Nest, an organization supporting survivors of domestic and sexual violence in Clark County. She says the action of holding the child hostage can be intended to cause emotional distress.
The psychological elements of an abusive partner taking that child and then murdering that child, right? There is no deeper way to hurt a mom. than to take and murder their child.
Data shows Metro Police ending last year with 23 murders related to domestic violence, up from the 22 reported the year prior, but still down from the 34 in 2023. Police report the most killings were related to domestic violence in 2025.
A domestic violence 911 call and a domestic violence perpetrator as a category are the #1 murderers of police. Right. So heightened state, right? I already know it's a DV call. I already know, right, that this is a particularly precarious situation for everybody involved, including law enforcement, to be murdered.
A situation leaving questions now about the response.
I told the police officers that the person was very agitated and that if they could do anything to calm or de-escalate the situation without any lethal force, because he did have my son in his.
Yeah, but if they show up and he comes up with the gun to your son, said, like, what the fuck can they do that? I mean, how can they de-escalate that?
Right. You know, as much flag as the cops get from liberals and the Sun community, those cops, they're very disappointed at how things ended.
Oh,
I
hell
mean,
yeah.
they wanted to make sure the kid didn't get hurt.
Imagine a baby's brains just like being blown the fuck out right in front of you and shit. Like that's that's not something that people like. You've never. Like, how many people have seen that in their life? Somebody just blow a baby's brains out in front of them.
Damn, that's crazy. Right, that's intense. But so those cops, they're disappointed at how things ended, right? As even though again, if you let the liberals tell it, you know, they didn't care because it was a Sun kid, right?
Yeah, exactly. Stupid shit.
Possession.
As the family seeks answers to who killed Kentre.
We will ask for body cam footage because I know what I saw and I know how they went around. He did not have a weapon. He was carrying my son, walking towards the officers. All, I want to say 7 or 8 officers had their weapons fully drawn. They were commanding him to stop, but he was not. He was not armed and he had my son, so he didn't stop. And that's when the officers all opened fire.
You know, and that's the thing about sisters. Like, it's this thing about sisters and like law enforcement, right? It's very tough to on a day. I imagine on a daily, actively risk your life for a sister who you know, like at the first opportunity, she will try to ruin your fucking life for you trying to help her. Because as you've said, I know good deed, yada yada, right?
The evil. And listen, she's mourning, so I get it, but this is still like to say he didn't have a weapon, like.
Well, she's mourning. Did you hear what she said? She's pretty much outright saying that the police are the reason that her kid is dead. Bitch, you were with a dude who you had to call the cops on, sister. So if you want to get deep enough, sister, you killed the kid for calling them there.
Yep. This is crazy.
Didn't stop, and that's when the officers all opened fire.
So after Pate made that statement, I sent a follow-up email to Metro Police asking if it's at all possible that one of their bullets could have hit Kentre. No response at this time. But Metro Police do accuse Quentin of firing a gun before officers even arrived at around 1:30 here this morning. Dana?
We just heard the mom say she witnessed the shooting of her 3-year-old son. Where was she at the time?
So she's telling us that she was actually in a Metro patrol car at the time of this whole situation unfolding. Now, again, we still don't know how many times Kentre may have been shot. Metro Police saying that they realized he was shot after they went to go render aid following the shooting and that he was taken to the hospital where he died. Dana?
Yeah, a lot of questions about this case tonight. How many officers opened fire? How many shots were fired? And which bullet actually hit Kentre? We're going to find out all those answers maybe as soon as this week. plus the body cam video as well. We appreciate it, Kristen. Thank you for.
Jeez. Fucking hey, man. Is this it? Is the body cam?
Sorry, buddy. It's okay. Hey, open the gate!
New video capturing frantic moments. A Metro officer sprinting toward an ambulance with an injured boy in his arms. And Metro revealing today the boy's fatal injuries caused by his father during a tense standoff with police.
Officers opening fire and killing that man. At the same time, Metro Police releasing several pieces of body cam video and 911 call 2 days after it happened in the South Valley. 8 News Now anchor Sasha Loftus live near Wigwam and Maryland Parkway with more.
Denise and Brian, that shooting happened at this apartment complex here behind me in the South Valley. Now, that video police released today was difficult to watch. The assistant sheriff says the officers involved had milliseconds to make a decision.
He just tried to kill me. He's gonna hurt my baby.
It all started with this 911 call. A woman saying her son's father was holding him hostage.
Where's your son? He's in the house with him.
Moments later, body camera footage shows officers arriving at the apartment complex, speaking to the same woman.
He's upstairs in the house. He has a gun. He said that if you guys come up there, he is going to kill the baby and me.
Fast forward to this moment. The man, identified as Quentin Baker, is seen walking towards officers.
Stop! Stop right there! Stop!
A gun is pointed at the child, who family identifies as 3-year-old Kentre.
Okay, yeah, we can see the gun. We can see his hand, and we can see the gun. Like, I mean, like, what is the baby mother talking about? He didn't have a weapon.
Well, hold up. Think about what she just told the cop when he walked up, and think about what she said to the news after the fact, right? When she came up to the cop, she said that the brother got a pistol, and that he said he was going to open fire. Right? Did she not say that?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have known that if you know, based on her post interview, right?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Baker.
Is he got a gun to the chest? Hey, gun!
Quentin Baker is then heard saying he's going to kill himself. Metro Assistant Sheriff Brian Peterson describing what happened next.
Because of the immediate threat to the child, officers discharged their firearm. Simultaneously, Baker discharged his firearm 5 times.
Police say 2 of those shots the child's father fired hit Kentre's chest at close range. One of the officers is then seen on his body cam video picking the toddler up and running to get him help.
Sorry, buddy. It's okay. Hey, open the gate!
The child later died at the hospital, while Baker died at the scene. Assistant Sheriff Peterson speaking on the officer's actions in what he calls a tragic and unimaginable situation.
They made a choice to try to save that child's life, and the father of that child chose otherwise and shot and killed his own child. Pure evil.
Now, police say the child also had a gunshot wound to his leg. Investigators are still trying to determine who fired that shot. Now, as for the officers involved, they are both on routine paid administrative leave and receiving treatment from the wellness center, the department's wellness center, to deal with that situation. Reporting live tonight, Sasha Loftus, 8 News Now.
Now, the little boy, Kentre's family, has been very clear they do not agree with the way police handle that situation. The assistant sheriff responding, saying he understands it is very difficult, it's very emotional, but stressed that officers were trying to save the boy's life.
They should let me talk to the brother. I speak some word. I would have told them it ain't worth it, brother. Look, listen, drop the kid, and I have a bunch of free shit for you, brother. You'll never have to work a day in your life, brother. It would have worked. Trust me.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Jesus Christ. A lot of rough stories, man. And I know you people gotta wake up in the morning, man, and start your week tomorrow. But Jesus Christ, that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. Whew. Innocence, man. Innocence is gone, man. Should be to a degree, man. Like each generation has to lose their innocence.
Tennessee
He should have just
County
deleted
is
himself.
paying one family.
It's usually an event, though, a big event.
I mean, he should have just outright deleted himself. He didn't have to do that to the shorty, but you know.
But it's just sad, man. That's just a sad situation, man. A fucking fucked up situation. Jesus Christ. What do you know? Here we go. Look at this.
Well, a bill that looks to expand the use of the death penalty in Alabama, which some consider unconstitutional, is now on Governor Ivey's desk. Welcome to WSFA 12 News at 6. I'm Mark Bullock.
And I'm Valerie Lawson. House Bill 41 would make certain child sex abuse crimes death penalty eligible. Alabama political correspondent Jessica Umbro joins us live outside of the State House. And Jessica, you've been covering this bill very closely. What was the biggest surprise of the day?
I think the biggest surprise was how overwhelmingly this was passed in the state Senate. When this bill was in the House, we heard a lot of concern from House Democrats saying that instead they wanted to see a mandatory life without parole sentence for these crimes. However, when it got to the Senate chamber, it passed with all but one singular no vote, one present vote. But other than that, pretty unified on passing that, both Democrats and Republicans. And while some Senate Democrats did express their own concerns about the bill, it passed pretty easily.
I think the biggest thing that it accomplishes is it shows that we have zero tolerance for sex predators who prey on our children in the state of Alabama.
House Bill 41 applies to first-degree rape, sodomy, and sexual torture cases where the victim is less than 12 years old. It would not make the death penalty a requirement, but it would be an option.
Prosecutors will look at that on a case-by-case basis. I believe there's a special place in hell for people who do this to our children, and today we're one step closer to having a special place for them in Alabama, and that's on death row in the death chamber at Holman Prison.
However, the Supreme Court ruled nearly 20 years ago that the death penalty could only be used for crimes that resulted in death. A few Senate Democrats brought up that concern, saying they don't want to pass unconstitutional bills.
Well, I'm just a little conflicted just on this particular bill when it comes to the constitutionality.
And they had other concerns, like if the bill would deter the crime or if the bill would unintentionally lead to more pressure being put on young victims.
Would this be a deterrent, knowing that, okay, now this is raised to a higher level, the death penalty? And if it's your father or your brother or uncle or whatever, and you understand that.
Democratic Senator Coleman Madison ended up being a present vote, so she was undecided. The sole no vote came from Democratic Senator Vivian Davis Figure. She said she's adamantly against the death penalty, and that was pretty much it. We really saw a lot of unification among the Republicans throughout this entire process, and with Democrats, just a few people who did not vote with the majority at the end of the day. Live at the State House, Jessica Umbro, WSFA 12 News.
Thank you, Jessica. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall released a statement after House Bill 41 passed the Senate, saying he applauds the legislature for passing the bill, and he says it sends the strongest possible message to those who look to harm young Alabama.
Yo.
Man.
Yo, did you catch that the Kid Rock halftime show or what?
Nah, I didn't even really want to check that out either. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even want to check that out either.
Why not?
Yeah, I just wanted to just pass on all that shit, man.
What you mean?
the whole Super Bowl situation. I just didn't want to get
You didn't
involved.
watch the game at all?
Nah, none of it. Didn't see one play.
Why you say that?
I didn't because I
But I'm
didn't.
saying, but what you see, you wanted to avoid that situation. Like, what do you
No, I
mean?
mean like I just didn't want to you know not saying that I was like against what TPSU USA was doing, but I was just like, man, I ain't watching none of that shit, man. Because
Oh,
first of all, once the once I had was aware the game was going on, it was already the fourth quarter. Because I was doing shit. I was with my kids, and we they running me
right,
ragged, taking baths and shit. I didn't even think about this shit.
right. I mean, it was a good game. It was a good defensive game, for the Seahawks.
I don't know none of the players. I know the quarterback for Seahawks, Donald, but I don't really know any of the players like that.
You don't know who Drake May is for the Patriots?
I've
A
heard of him, but I
sophomore.
never watched him play. I've heard of him. I know he was drafted. Yeah,
Yeah,
from
he's a
the
sophomore. Yeah, sophomore. That's pretty good, making it to the Super Bowl your sophomore year.
Patriots lose the Super Bowl. Seattle win the Super Bowl. Seattle, like next year when they say like, Seattle won the Super Bowl, I won't know any of the players and shit from Seattle. I
Yeah.
won't care. It's like the NFL fucked up real bad, man. Uh,
How you figure?
I was a big football. When I say big football fan, I was the biggest football fan.
Yeah. So how did they fuck up? How'd they lose you?
Well, like I said, once I moved here, it was a confluence thing. I moved here, Pennsylvania, so I don't get Redskin games. I get we get Eagles and Pittsburgh games, right?
Right.
So I don't, don't get me wrong, those teams are fine, but
Yeah.
it's not my team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I had kids, and then so we took the TV out the house. We don't have TV. You know what I'm saying? They end up watching more. They end up watching just as much because they on the tablet and on the phone. So, but we don't have TV because my wife didn't want TV for the kids.
Right.
So we don't have a TV in the house. So yeah. And then like any chance I get to watch sports is on my phone. So when I'm on my phone when I watch stuff, I just don't be watching football. I just never watch football on my phone.
Mm. Well, I don't really watch football myself either, but I do. It was a hell of a year watching football in Chicago.
Yeah, y'all had a great season.
It
Right,
was
y'all
a
had a
fun
mad.
season, man. The
It was like
cardiac
us.
Bears.
It was like us the year before. Like the year
Yeah,
before.
yeah. I mean, was it though? I mean, these Bears were something else.
Well,
I mean,
we made it to the championship game.
yeah,
Y'all
no,
didn't
no,
even.
no. Yeah, but I mean, the Bears kept coming back like with under like a minute, under 30
Yeah,
seconds.
that's what he does. He that's what he does. He does that in college.
It,
He did
it,
that in college.
it
He's
was
from
fun.
too. But here's the thing. Like that was a great season for y'all. I'm sure y'all had a great time with that.
Yeah, it
You
was
know?
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to put it like this, man. I don't really watch NFL myself. I rather like work out or take care of shit. But this year I was watching the games and I got to spend time with people. Calling people up, what you're doing, let's watch the game. This bring your family, I'll bring mine. You know what I mean? It was nice. It was the whole year. It was like that. So I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? In that sense,
Yeah, man. Hopefully y'all can get a Super Bowl out of him, man.
I think so. I think it's gonna happen, man. It better happen. But I will say this though, Aga, about the halftime show, right? I was watching it, the Bad Bunny one, right? And it hit me. It hit me. As I watched it, I was like, this is what's wrong with this country. Letting these people in this country, it won't end well. ¿Me entiendes? You feel me though? I mean, these people, they have a shitload of kids. They don't believe in condoms, you know?
Nah.
And they say is their religion, their Catholicism. I think they're animals myself. Trust me, man. It can't end well.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. At least we know they won't turn it into Africa. They'll just turn it into Central America. So,
Right. I mean, look, it could be worse, I
yeah,
suppose.
it could be worse. It definitely could be worse.
Family and friends remembered the life of a Baltimore woman killed in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati authorities say 33-year-old Diamond Rice died after a woman shot her Sunday night. WJZ's Casey Baylor attended last night's vigil and shares how loved ones reflected on how Rice touched their lives.
Diamond Rice's parents describe her as loving and one of the smartest people they know. They say she moved to Cincinnati, Ohio to work for a national program that saved her life here in Baltimore years ago. Saturday night's vigil took place at her grandfather's church, and it brought a large crowd.
She was just a beautiful soul, taken too soon.
Despite the cold, dozens of family members and friends gathered outside New Shiloh Apostolic Temple on Harford Road in Baltimore, pouring out their love for 33-year-old Diamond Rice. Rice's mother, Wanda Summons, calls her the heart of the family.
The little genius. I always could talk to her. Very strong, very beautiful, resilient.
Summons says her daughter lived a troubled life as a young person, though the Youth Advocate programs, also known as YAP, in Baltimore changed her mindset. Her parents say she moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, where she served as the assistant director for Hamilton County, Ohio's Youth Advocate program.
Who wouldn't be proud of somebody who do that, who want to help somebody else, and when she the one know how to help them?
Her father, Scotty B., says he spoke to Rice Sunday before she died about a disagreement Rice had with the woman she dated.
We talked for a little while. I said, know what's gonna happen tomorrow, Diamond. So whatever it is, just fix it.
Cincinnati CBS affiliate.
Damn, so that's her dad. This is her dad. Okay. So that's the dad and that's the mom. Okay, so it's the
whatever
dad.
it is, just fix it.
Cincinnati CBS affiliate
And Jungle Fever.
Police responded to a shooting the night of February 1st. They found Diamond Rice shot. First responders tried saving her life, but she died at the scene. Police arrested Jasmine Blake, charging her with murder. Court records say Blake shot Rice during an argument.
Honestly, I tried to reach out to Jasmine's mother because I know them, and I didn't get a response, but I just want answers from Jasmine on why did you do this to my daughter?
As family surrounds Rice's parents
Wow.
with support, they're reminded of her heart and how she created an impact across state lines.
She was everybody's sunshine, basically, in a cloudy day. I'm going to miss her a lot.
Online records show Jasmine Blake appeared in court Monday. Her bond was set at $750,000. Back to you.
Damn.
Right now, Houston police are searching for a suspect after a shooting outside a restaurant put an innocent customer in the crossfire. It happened last night at the Chachos off the North Freeway. Employees say a customer got upset after being refused service, left, then turned around and started shooting at the restaurant. Only on KHOU 11, video showing the victim being...
Context clues.
What's son, man? I don't know. This is
context, man.
This is Totitos, man. It might have been
being wheeled away. Michelle Choi has the latest.
Cell phone video shared with KHOU11 shows the chaos that followed just after 9 Saturday night. Employees inside the restaurant watching in fear as police and paramedics rushed in to help a gunshot.
Nachos, man.
So what would that mean?
Ain't no son, man, coming up in there, man. Let's see a Uber Eats, man.
Man, Chief, come on now. You know better. If you know better, do better.
Victim.
Upon arrival, officers learned that an irate customer from inside of the restaurant was refused service, and so he went out to his vehicle and took out his firearm and started shooting in the direction of the restaurant.
Employees say the suspect was part of a group of 3, 2 women and 1 man who had just been inside this Chacho's on the North Freeway. The restaurant's manager tells us the group became upset while trying to order the restaurant's monster nachos, priced at $25.99, saying it was too expensive. After the cashier refused service, the man threatened to go.
So they said it was too expensive for the monster nachos.
Yeah, that is kind of a lot, though. But I mean, you don't gotta shoot the place up, though.
Well, you don't know how big it is, though. How you know it's a lot?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, I hope it's worth it because that's a lot, man. For nachos.
If it's monster nachos, shit, you don't know what they put a lot of shit on there. It's probably worth it, man.
A lot of meat.
Yeah, a lot of everything, man. Listen, man.
Get a gun. Employees say moments later, 8 bullets came flying back into the restaurant, leaving everyone terrified.
The bullet went through right here.
Employees say that bullet tore through the wall, hitting a female customer walking toward the restroom.
She sustained 1 gunshot wound and was transported by HFD to a local area hospital.
Hey, look,
Cell phone video captures the moment paramedics.
Look, all of this to me, it's got to be a brother. All the elements, you know, a female bystander getting hit. If it's not a son, man, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It said that they were arguing over the price.
He went back to his car, grabbed his pistol, aired it out. I mean, hit a bystander. It just has all the fucking, you know.
Wheeled her out, passing shattered glass still lining the restaurant. The person who shared these video clips asked to remain anonymous. By daylight, the damage still visible. 3 windows now taped up. The restaurant manager tells us surveillance cameras were not working at the time. And as for the suspect, police say he had already taken off.
The suspect was already gone upon arrival when officers arrived. And if anyone has any information regarding the incident, we urge them to contact Crime Stoppers or the HPD Major Assaults Division.
In North Houston, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
I mean, wouldn't it be kind of like helpful to just throw out descriptors to the public?
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's a person who is apparently very violent out and about.
But if you say black, like, what does that change? Like, I mean, like, really,
Nothing.
like,
You're right.
It doesn't change anything.
No, it's just like it doesn't do shit. You're right. I mean, it has to serve a purpose, man. I mean, it has to. You just can't leave people. This is not enough. What they always do, not telling us.
Yeah, no doubt. They could do better though. Yeah. Jeez.
Man, I wonder who did it. I hope they grab him and we get to find out who did it, because that one is interesting for sure.
Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Yeah, sponsors tonight's programming, man. Super Bowl show, man. You know. Let's see. Okay.
What if it was a white boy and we're here not even, you know? I mean, there's like a 5% chance it was a white boy.
Just seeing like this huge pole coming at my car, and I couldn't like swerve to the other lane because it was like during rush hour traffic.
A fear straight out of a Hollywood movie. A metal pipe fell off a truck and impaled a driver. But against all odds, she survived.
In a story you'll only see on CBS LA, our Joy Benedict shows us the shocking injury and introduces us to the woman who walked away. But we should warn you, some of the photos in the story are shocking.
It's a fear on the freeway. Something falling off a truck causing an accident, injury, or worse. But for one young woman, it was truly a near-death experience.
And I remember all of a sudden just seeing like this huge pole coming at my car, and I couldn't like swerve to the other lane because it was like during rush hour traffic.
The pole flew under her car and impaled her.
Holy shit. Fucking crazy. She lucky that shit.
Damn.
I mean, she's just lucky. She's just fucking, you can't even. She's unlucky. Yeah. She's unlucky that this shit happened, because that's some unlucky shit.
Yeah.
She's lucky that.
Right. That makes sense, for real.
Damn.
That shit look painful, man.
Shock. I think your body would go into shock though to protect you.
Man, I don't know. I guess. I wonder. Maybe that makes sense.
That shit just went straight through her. Like, that is bananas.
The stomach.
And I could hear like this grinding sound, and I woke up and like I could feel something dripping on me, and I looked down and it was like my blood, like I was bleeding through my stomach.
It happened on August 25th in the westbound lanes of the 10 freeway near the Tippecanoe exit. Janina Akporavari had her younger brother in the back seat, so she forced herself off the road with the pole still dragging from the car.
The pole was really long, so it was like other cars running over the pole while it was in my stomach.
She called 911. The paramedics, with the help of firefighters, had to cut the pole and take her to the hospital with it still inside her.
And I remember thinking like, I'm gonna die. Like right now, I'm like, that's it for me. And I asked the paramedic like, if he could pinky promise that if I make it out of this, if I would make it out of this. And then I remember him picking promising me that like if I made it out, he would come visit me in the hospital.
She did survive, and they did visit.
Wow.
But her recovery hasn't been easy. She underwent 3 surgeries and spent almost 2 months at Loma Linda University Medical Center.
You know, they took out part of my colon, part of my liver, part of my kidney. They were all like injured.
Thankfully, she had health insurance to help with $1 million worth of medical bills. Her
Fuck
car
me.
is totaled. Studying to be a nurse, she lost a semester of school and work, not to mention her struggle to drive again.
I feel terrified. I don't really drive that much. I don't drive on that freeway.
Which is why she is hoping someone remembers the crash or the pole on the freeway, so she and her attorney can help figure out who left it there.
So I would really like to find the people who did this and get some peace about it.
But for now, she is thankful to be walking, to be living, and for those who rescued her and helped her heal, as she herself is studying to someday do the same for others.
And it makes me want to be a nurse even more because I want to help people like the nurses at Loma Linda helped me.
Joy Benedict, CBS LA.
Wow. Fucking A, man.
Thank you. Residents in one San Fernando Valley neighborhood are outraged after an elderly man and his granddaughter are stabbed on their way to school.
KTLA's Erin Myers live in Mission Hills this morning with what we know about the suspect. What are you learning, Erin? Good morning.
Hi, you two. Good morning. Well, we're learning that this is not the first time there have been issues with the suspect in that neighborhood, but a family friend tells us that that little girl is back home after the attack. The grandfather is still in the hospital after emergency surgery. And what happened was caught on video, and I want to warn you, it may be disturbing. Home surveillance video shows the scary moment that the suspect confronts the grandfather, fighting with him in the middle of the street before stabbing him. He then jumps into the family's car. The grandfather was stabbed in the neck, and the granddaughter sustained slash wounds on her arm. That family friend spoke out about the family. Take a listen.
Are very nice people, grandparents living there. They help out the grandchildren as much as they can.
This happened just before 8 yesterday morning on Eldora Avenue in Sunland as the grandfather was taking the 10-year-old to school. Police responded and both were taken to the hospital. Pictures appear to show the suspect sitting on the roof of his home staring into a neighbor's kitchen window. The LAPD has identified him as 31-year-old Eric Aviles. Neighbors say he suffers from mental illness and that he's caused problems in the neighborhood for years, saying he lives with his parents, but according to the LAPD, he does leave for extended periods of time. Residents say this is the second time he has targeted the little girl. That's actually the family friend saying that. Reportedly, he...
Holy shit. Holy shit.
You got Reese in the bank.
That's crazy. What's going on, man?
What up? I got a gift for you in the back chat. I think I don't know if it's new footage or not, but I think it is. Maybe you should make a video about it instead of showing it here, but take a peek at it real quick.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen that before.
yeah. I don't know if I think I seen it. Is this new?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I made a video about it. I don't even know if it's new. It says 12 hours on the joint.
Yeah, it says. I don't know, man. This might be new. Yeah.
I mean, come on, we never seen this, and if we would have saw this by now.
Yeah.
So you want it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. She's a bad motherfucker, man.
You see them numbers?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
You gotta hop on that. Wow.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, maybe so. I'm going to DC tomorrow, so I don't know if I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make videos while I'm in DC, man. Maybe in the car or something, because we stay in the Airbnb, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know. I'll see. Them Airbnbs be janky with the Wi-Fi though. I hate the Airbnb. I hate the Airbnbs don't have, like, they don't be like, yo, we got the greatest Wi-Fi ever, like, as amenities and shit. You know, you would think they would want to be like, you know what I mean, like, proud to have great Wi-Fi, but most Airbnbs got shitty Wi-Fi, man. It's just crazy. Shitty Wi-Fi. We're only gonna be down there for a few days, so we'll be back. Got a lot of business I gotta take care of in DC, family wise and shit.
Wow.
Yeah. It's so cold up here though, man. It's so cold.
It was 8
like,
degrees yesterday.
Huh?
It was 8 degrees in Camden yesterday.
Yeah, it's colder up here in the mountains, man. Way colder.
Oh, you in the Poconos? That's where I be doing all my cannabis events at.
Yeah, it's up here, man. It's up here in the mountains, man.
Yeah.
Now at 10:30, a mother who has been fighting to keep her son's memory alive learns the gruesome details of how he died after coming face to face with his alleged killer in a Victorville courtroom today. 16-year-old Bobby Schmidt Jr.'s body was found with multiple stab wounds in a dirt field in Apple Valley back in 2022.
KTLA's Shelby Nelson is live in Apple Valley with the latest on the heartbreaking case. Shelby.
Sure, Micah, it has been almost 4 years, and Bobby's family is hoping they are that much closer to justice.
He was my everything. He was my best friend. He was my only boy.
There are the many reasons Liz Schmidt has worked to keep her son Bobby's memory alive since his body was found with multiple stab wounds in this dirt field in Apple Valley back in 2022.
I wasn't going to stop. My family wasn't going to stop because we needed to know who did this.
And for the first time in a long time, she saw his alleged killer in court. It was someone her 16-year-old son considered a friend.
We known him as Primo, but his name is Antonio Rodriguez.
Wednesday, 26-year-old Primo was held to answer on a murder charge with an enhancement alleging the use of a deadly weapon. Liz says he was the last person seen with Bobby before he was killed. She had dropped Bobby off at a nearby skate park on October 17th of 2022, as she always did. Liz was working overnight, but when she got home the next morning and realized Bobby wasn't home, she knew something was wrong. It would take detectives with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department nearly 3 years to build a solid case before making an arrest in April of 2025. In court, she says this is what Rodriguez allegedly admitted.
They were walking, casual friends, talking. He said that Bobby walked up ahead of him, pulled him by his hair, he said, and stabbed him in his heart, his face, several times.
She says Bobby pleaded for his life.
He said he freaked out and he ran.
Liz says after her son died, Rodriguez would often come to this memorial site they've kept up for years. The family is seeking justice, but knows there's still a long road ahead. Liz says Bobby was gentle and kind. About a year ago, Liz gave birth to a baby boy who passed away at 4 days old.
Bobby always wanted a brother because he was the only boy. So I feel like my boys are together.
Now, Liz says that Rodriguez.
Damn, look at the father. The father's stoic. The father got to be stoic. You know what I mean? The father can't show no emotion.
I hate seeing people in grief like that, man.
Yeah.
That shit's sad.
The Gwinnett County family is trying to figure out what's next after their 17-year-old son was shot and killed at a hotel. Police say it happened Thursday night at the Live-In Lodge on Stone Mountain Highway. The victim's loved one spoke only with NewsEdge reporter Annie Mapp.
The family of 17-year-old Sheldon Lewis is going through one of the darkest moments of their lives. They shared they were living at the Live-In Lodge Hotel when police say a man staying in a room next door allegedly fired his weapon and killed him.
Words can't explain how hurt.
So they're living in the hotel, so they already got it rough.
Mm-hmm.
Then some man in the next room just fires his gun and goes to the wall. God damn it, man. Whew.
Shit. Who's he firing at?
Probably accidental discharge.
It was February 5th around 11 o'clock at night when the Lewis family says their lives changed forever.
We just heard a pop. Sheldon was the only one who ain't get up.
That pop turned out to be a gunshot, according to Gwinnett County Police. They claimed 31-year-old Shamarcus Cochran, who was staying in the room next door, was cleaning his firearm when the gun went off.
How do you clean your... Why is it... Explain that to me, man. Explain that to us, man.
That happened to me before. I took the clip one out, but I didn't clear the chamber. Somehow it went off. I can't remember what I did, but I know I've done that before. Good thing I was in a basement, though, and I ain't hit no pipes or nothing.
When the gun went off, police say the bullet traveled through a shared wall and struck Sheldon.
And my dad cut on the light, and my sister noticed the bullet hole. And she had said she don't remember a hole being there in the wall. And I looked at it, I was like, I know that's not a bullet hole. It's harder than we thought it was because we were all there to witness it.
According to the Lewis family, Sheldon was shot in the back of the head. The teenager had just turned 17 years old in December. He was an 11th grader at Parkview High School and dreamed of one day becoming a chef.
He was so excited to go to college, and then he said,
the whole family. This is sad. Living in a, they trying to make it as a family. Your whole family living in a goddamn hotel room.
I've seen situations like that too, man.
Oh yeah, very much so.
The thing they have to do to make it work in that small space is amazing. It's almost like jail, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get the kids. The kids still go to school.
Yeah.
And they come there after school. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Most of the people I've seen like that have had like storage containers, the ones with the drawers, like stacked up taller than them and shit.
Yeah,
space.
You pay every day, so you got to hustle because you got to pay for that room. That room probably what, $100 a night?
Yeah, but you can get vouchers for it though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Especially if you just got out or, you know, you're a single mom or something, homeless.
and he was going to become a Q dog. So knowing he passed and he didn't do anything to nobody is really heartbreaking.
Suspect Shamarcus Cochran was taken to jail and now faces charges of involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct. Lewis's family is now raising funds to bury him. We have details on how you can help on fox5atlanta.com. Reporting in Gwinnett County, Annie Mapp, Fox 5.
Jeez.
Damn. Yo, your family take any losses like that?
No, not that I can think of. No, not that I can think of. I can't. When I sit there and think about it, no.
Yo, all you can do, right, if it hasn't happened to you, is imagine what the people, the relatives feel like. That feeling is not like nothing else you're gonna go through in life. It's not like hitting your first game-winning jump shot or getting a piece of pussy or getting hit by a car or break a phone. This shit is crazy, dog. And it sits forever. It never goes away.
Yeah, I mean, the suddenness of that thing right there, I mean, like, that's it. I mean, like, and then the whole family witnessed it.
Damn. Everybody was there, huh?
Yeah, and like it's just man, that's awful. That's an awful one. All these stories are awful, man.
There should have been an apology by the shooter or something in the news segment, though, or something.
I mean,
there's nothing.
Yeah. I don't know what can you do, man. I mean, what can you do? It's
A 33-year-old man is dead after a suspected road rage shooting in Irving. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The shooting happened yesterday, shortly before 6 p.m. at Beltline Road and Finley Road. The other driver is now facing a murder charge. There were several witnesses who saw the rush hour shooting at a busy intersection. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke with some of them tonight, and she just also got the affidavit too. Peyton.
Yeah, we have some new details tonight, but this is a very busy intersection here in Irving, especially at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. You have a Taco Bell, Starbucks, and a Walgreens behind me. We now know the victim was in the driver's seat. His two passengers were not injured, but they were key in identifying the suspect in this case, according to police. Multiple Irving drivers sent Fox 4 different angles of the scene of a Wednesday evening road rage shooting during rush hour.
Boom, 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 3 shots, and all of a sudden, the car is just sliding, and it comes to a complete stop.
Officers centered around a white sedan that stopped just short of North Beltline Road and Finley Road. Irving police responded to the intersection just before 6 p.m. Wednesday.
And there were just 3 shots, very consecutive, pop, pop, pop. So when the light turned green, most of the traffic started moving normally except for one vehicle. It was just rolling very slowly. And we all kind of looked at each other like, I hope that's not what we think it is.
33-year-old Yordualdi Sanchez was found inside a vehicle suffering from a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. 2 passengers were in the victim's vehicle at the time of the shooting. These 2 witnesses told police they were traveling southbound on Beltline Road when a male driving a pickup truck with a speaker in the truck bed was driving erratically behind them. They said once they approached the red light, the male in the pickup pulled next to them, began yelling at them, pulled out a firearm, and opened fire into their sedan. The truck then took off. Shelby Dillon, a nearby business owner, doesn't remember hearing honking, only 3 gunshots back to back.
It was out of nowhere. It was kind of like that's why I said probably a split decision by the guy.
Traffic cameras and license plate readers captured the truck, registered to 62-year-old Kenneth Nixon, who was arrested just a few hours later. According to a newly obtained affidavit, Nixon admitted he fired multiple times and that he went home to hide the firearm in the backyard. The 2 witnesses in the white sedan later identified Nixon in a police lineup. The 62-year-old charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and murder.
It's too close to home to know that stuff like this is going on. No matter what the argument is, that's not how you treat people.
And Irving.
Damn, yo.
Never too old to do a road rage shooting. 62.
Yo, if he gets the minimum, he's still like screwed.
Yeah, he's finito, man.
That's a dumb dude, and he confessed to it. That's the only thing that helped him. I mean, that kills his chances of beating the case whatsoever. Not that he had a chance, but the fact that he owned up to it and all that, and I don't know.
I guess he won't get a life sentence, but he gonna get 20.
If he's ever done anything, he's screwed.
Yeah.
Only hope for him is that this is his first ever, like he's never even stolen a candy bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even then though, like
this dude is gonna have to be a decorated vet and worked at a company for 10 years and never got a ticket.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
Police say that the suspect lived less than 10 minutes away from this intersection. Police swarmed that neighborhood closer to 183. But police also add after he stashed the firearm at his residence, he actually went to another home, according to police. Nixon remains in the Dallas County Jail this evening.
He screwed himself. He was trying to get away.
I'm telling you, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. I gotta get up out of here. We got a lot of work to do in the morning, man. I may come back tomorrow. I gotta see what the Wi-Fi situation is gonna be at the Airbnb. But if not, man, I'll drop some content, some clips and whatnot, man. Any final thoughts, Reese?
Nah, man. I came in real late, but check out that video I sent you.
Yeah, definitely, man. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Subscribe.
Yeah,